We used to think the brain, once damaged, was damaged forever. Even when patients recovered after a brain injury, scientists still thought a damaged nerve cell could neither be repaired or replaced. Evidence at the time suggested that new nerve pathways had to be formed from existing nerves, which bypassed the damaged ones. Today, we know that's only one of the ways the brain can heal itself. If you want to find out more, stay with us, because we're going to unravel the incredible multiple healing powers of the human brain. Before we get started, make sure you never miss a video, push that notification bell, and subscribe to our channel. We post fresh, relevant brain health topics that really make a difference. And stay a little longer to find out how to claim a free gift on us. Now let's get those brain cells firing. We're going to take a look at what recent neuroscience has uncovered about healing in the brain, starting with methods of brain cell repair. Your brain uses many amazing mechanisms to repair damage. The more general of these mechanisms to improve brain functioning include reducing brain inflammation, regulating what can get through the blood-brain barrier, improving energy supply in our brain cells, and angiogenesis, which is the making of new blood vessels. How well these functions work depends very much on our overall health. All of these healing mechanisms respond extremely well to positive lifestyle changes. But some are equally dependent on how old we are and which cells are damaged, which we will explore soon. So now let's delve into the more specific methods of brain cell repair. First up, there is the bypassing and rerouting of broken nerve pathways, otherwise known as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the formation of alternative information-carrying nerve pathways. These bypass damaged nerves that used to carry the same information. In terms of brain healing, we've known about neuroplasticity the longest. Then there is myelin repair, which is the repairing of nerve cell insulation. Most of the brain's nerve cells or neurons are myelinated. Myelin is a layer of insulation that keeps electrical signals inside a cell until they reach its end. But sometimes, due to factors such as inflammation, nerve cells and the insulation surrounding them can become damaged. Myelin repair involves healing part of the nerve cell called the axon. This part strengthens and transmits electrical signals. Myelin damage usually can be repaired, but unfortunately, the rate of myelin repair in the brain is lower than in nerve cells outside the central nervous system. The last brain healing mechanism is neurogenesis, which is the creation of new nerve cells. Scientists used to think that neurogenesis never happened inside the brain, but fortunately, it turns out this is not the case. So how does the brain create new nerve cells? You might have heard of stem cells. Stem cells' only job is to change into one or more specialized cell type. Babies and young children have huge numbers of brain stem cells. And scientists were sure that as we age, these stem cells get used up. But it turns out that stem cells actually do reproduce throughout adulthood, just at slower and slower rates. Brain nerves might not regenerate quickly, but the brain can manufacture new, healthy cells. That's incredible news. So, which brain cells can regenerate? Stay with us, because we're going to get a little technical. Different types of brain cells. Your brain contains two main groups of cells, neurons and glial cells. If you have brain stem cells, you can regenerate them both. As the brain is the central computer of the entire body, a nerve cell problem here can cause problems anywhere. While neurons send messages throughout the body, glial cells have many different functions. They regulate which molecules enter and exit the brain and help to clear away debris. One specific type of glial cell, the oligodendrocyte, is best known for producing neuron-insulating myelin. We begin to make neurons and glial cells when we are embryos. Every brain cell stems from a single cell type, the radial glial stem cell. Throughout the earliest stages of life, radial glial stem cells produce millions of new brain cells. We only recently discovered that stem cells can also divide to produce more stem cells, even when we are adults. So far, we know this happens in two regions of the brain. There's the ventricular subventricular zone, now being described as the brain regeneration center. New brain cells are made here, and they migrate to where they are needed. And there's the subgranular zone, that's crucial for learning, mood, and memory. Low levels of neurogenesis in this zone is common in people with anxiety. What's extremely interesting is how more stem cells are produced after someone suffers a stroke. The same happens with Alzheimer's disease. So even though aging severely slows down neurogenesis, the brain still tries everything it can to heal itself. and we can help it. We can encourage these healing mechanisms. But before we find out how, what about that free gift? Every Brain Health Smarts viewer can click on the link below to receive our free ebook, Brain Food Secrets: The 5 Worst and Best Foods for Your Brain. Because it's just as important to eat the right foods, eating the wrong ones can undo all your hard work. Is nutrition really so important? Let's find out. The best ways to heal my brain. We're learning so much about brain healing, but there's still a long way to go. Even so, there's lots of amazing research out there. In one study, scientists at James A. Haley Hospital fed one group of young and elderly rats a standard diet. A second group was given a diet rich in blueberry, green tea, vitamin D, and carnosine. Compared to young rats in the same group, standard diet elderly rats had very few brain stem cells. The few stem cells they had didn't divide quickly at all. But after only 28 days, elderly rats on the high nutrient diet had comparable stem cell numbers and division rates as young rats. But don't go out and stock up on vitamin and protein supplements yet. All natural foods are packed with powerful antioxidants. Vitamins, minerals, proteins, amino acids, and plant polyphenols all reduce oxidative stress. When antioxidant nutrients can pass through the blood-brain barrier, they reduce brain inflammation. And the best way to get nutrients past this strict barrier is with natural foods, especially vegetables, mushrooms, fruits, nuts, and seeds. The nutrients in plant-based foods are better absorbed inside the brain. They also feed our gut bacteria. Countless gut-brain axis studies explain how gut bacteria byproducts can affect brain function in extremely positive ways. For example, results from a 2021 study showed that giving probiotics to stroke victims shortened hospital stays and reduced levels of TNF-alpha and IL-6. TNF-alpha and IL-6 are inflammatory chemicals. Both are produced in high quantities immediately after brain injury. But nutrition is only one way to heal the brain. Some anti-anxiety medications, like SSRIs, increase neurogenesis. But lowering stress naturally achieves the same effect. Exercise is one proven stress-lowering activity, and exercise just happens to also increase neurogenesis. So when it comes to healing your brain, feeding your brain with the right nutrients, controlling chronic inflammatory diseases like diabetes, exercising regularly, and living a low-stress lifestyle are all proven natural ways to heal your brain and body. So to sum up, yes, your brain can heal itself to an extent using the mechanisms of neurogenesis, angiogenesis, reducing brain inflammation, regulating what can get through the blood-brain barrier, improving energy supply in brain cells, repairing nerve cell insulation, and rerouting broken nerve pathways, otherwise known as neuroplasticity. But the power to support and improve these healing processes is in your hands. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Did you learn something new? We'd love to hear your thoughts below. Before you go, please take a moment to give us a like and make sure you subscribe for more important brain health info. Thank you for listening. Have a brilliant brain-powered day.